learning and growing with the Wise Oak. I am Pooja Aggarwal Sheikh, a certified healer and the founder of the Wise Oak. Wise Oak has been started with the sole intention of helping people get out of their shell, feeling self empowered, and take on their journey to self healing. And I welcome you everyone over here today, and let's start with a beautiful session. So, today, the thing that we are taking on is about energy. We have explored and we have heard about this word energy a lot in past few years. There are so many books written on it. There are so many spiritual gurus and masters talking about it. And then it has become even a common word like, energy, energy. So, what exactly is this energy is what we are going to understand today from all perspectives. Okay. Uh, I would want it to be an interactive session wherein by you answer the questions and you answer things which I'm, putting across to you so that we can learn and share and grow from what we understand about energy, right? So the small question would be, what would be energy for you? Plain one word, simple or one simple line, or, what y'all feel energy is. Anybody would like to answer?
I think everything is energy, right? It's in some sense like, nothing is beyond that.
So everything is energy. We all are energetic beings. We all are having our own frequencies, and we have that is our vibrational frequency that we frequate at. And that's how we manifest or get things in our life. This is what has been taught to us from a quantum physics angle and a spiritual angle, that we all are energy. We all are, moving in that sense towards a common thing, and then we all have our uniqueness imbibed in that. Now my question is, how is this energy coming to us? How are we this energetic being? What makes us having this energy? How do we know? So when we are moving, when we are talking, when we are even thinking, there is some process happening, right? Something is moving somewhere within us. And that exactly is the energy. So the words for energy could be different. It could be called prana. It could be called the chi as per the Tai Chi. Then it could be called, the life force. It could be called the soul. All are these different words, but they all mean the same. And what does it mean? It means energy. Uh, because these are the things because of which this is the energy part is what keeps us alive. Otherwise, there is no difference between a dead body and us. We have this special energy with us because of which we have been able to carry on our day-to-day activities and our life. If we were taken away, if this energy was taken away from us, what we call is when the soul is taken away, the body lies. So, what is that soul? The soul is nothing but that energy aspect of us which makes us do everything in the life what we are doing. Okay. Now, this energy is not fixed or put at one place in our body. We completely vibrate in that energy cycle. So the question that I asked was, where does this energy exactly come from? Anybody would like to answer?
Energy comes from inside.
Inside where exactly?
Inside, you can say from
Heart,
soul
brain.
Okay, that you are asking.
From where? You said inside. So let's get a little
inside
more.
I think it's from brain.
From prayers.
Brain.
Brain. Okay. 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 Anybody else would like to answer?
I think
Yeah.
it comes from air when we breathe in. Not sure, but I think that's right.
Okay. Okay.
Air.
Good perspective. What else? What else? Where does it come from?
It also comes from a source. Maybe we call it God, or from where we have come, and you know.
Yes. So energy is universal. It is present. It doesn't come from anywhere or it doesn't go back anywhere. Actually, we understand as humans that it's coming to us as a soul and it's going back. Once we are dead, it goes back. So energy keeps changing its forms. Okay. Energy is always transforming itself in various methods and in ways. And it will always exchange. It will not be constant. Energy will keep moving. But where does it come from? It's a universal thing. It's been divided between everybody who is living in this planet. Okay. But how does it come to us, or how does it come into real life? What does it mean for us? For every individual, energy is coming from their actions, their behaviors, and then their thought process, the mental process. That's going to create the energy or that's going to destroy the energy. Now, example for this I would like to tell is when our parents get together, they create an energetic cycle because of which a fetus is come into mother's womb, and then that whole energy is being taken care by the mother for 9 months, and that's how a child is born, right? There was nothing before that, but because parents got into an energetic cycle where they came together, because of that something else was manifested, right? Before that there was no child. So energies are going to come because of our actions, because of our behaviors, and because of our mental patterns. So if I am adamant on not doing something, right, that energy will not go ahead in the desired manner. Is everyone clear on this? Are we understanding? So energy is universal, but it keeps transforming. It keeps changing its form. It's never the same. It keeps moving. What makes it moving is our thoughts, our behaviors, and the actions that we take. That will define how going to be with us. So when I give example of parents, they are into high energy potential cycle, so where they can create and manifest something new. They have gone beyond their bodies, beyond their self, to create we are not able to create anything. We are only, coming across problems. It could be health related issues. It could be related to your relationships. It could be related to your finances. But then we are only creating those problems because we are vibrating at a very low energy cycle. So now how would we know that how and when is our energy shifting? We cannot be constant in happy zone. We cannot be constant in one kind of energy. As I said, energy is continuously going to transform. It's not going to have one form of it. It's continuously going to transform itself. So how will we know that my energy today is shifted from this to this?
I mean, we feel the difference, like, you feel kind of strong, weak, drained
Right,
out, or filled with, you know,
right. So
the
one would be your emotional,
emotion, feelings.
balances that you will check on, that where are you vibrating today emotionally. Are you in high vibrating zone or a low vibrating zone? Are you attracting love or are you attracting maybe disrespect, maybe anger, maybe guilt, maybe shame. So one would be that parameters. Other would be your physical. So we say sometimes, right, I'm feeling very low on energy today. I just don't feel like getting out of the bed. I don't feel like going out today. I wish this program was postponed or cancelled. I just don't feel 100% to go and show up. So these are few things. And also, if your sleep pattern has changed, you need to make a note that why this is happening. Maybe there is some kind of energy that has been shifted. That's why your sleep cycle is. So first, we are the most sensitive is our sleep, right? Because as humans, that is one thing which is common, and we all across the globe, we all need to sleep. You can survive without food for 3 or 4 days, but you cannot survive without sleep. It is so essential to human body. And also other animals and birds sleep, but they have their own durations of sleep hours. We being so active, we being the people, the species who consumes the highest energy, right? Because we are consuming energy from all the sides. So for us, sleep is one, if our sleep cycles are moving, then there is a point to notice that why our sleep cycle has moved. So that is one good indicator. If your sleep pattern has changed, take account of what your energy cycles are currently and how is it moving, how is it hampering you, or what changes have you felt which is making your sleep patterns disturbed. If you are having frequent headaches, the first thing that we always think is either we have got specs or we are working too much on computers or on laptops, and that's the reason we are having headaches. But also, because your energy cycle is disturbed in some way, you will start having headaches, because our brain also stores the maximum energy, because we are constantly thinking. That part of our body is constantly under the check, constantly under the work process, and it is constantly doing something. We never give it a rest, right? So our headache we'll start having some frequent headaches when we are going through an energy shift. Pain in the heart, fluttering of the heartbeat. If we go through something like this, again, we would need to check what is happening energetically with us. Though doctor is important, though taking the necessary precautions or making the visits, all that is important, but also check why and what has happened in last few days or few hours that is causing me this thing. So high stress level, maybe worry about your future. This can cause these kind of small episodes of pain. It won't be a constant pain. If it's a constant heart pain, you need to go and show it to doctor. But if you have small episodes of pain that suddenly you feel your heart is fluttering, your heartbeats are fluttering, or you feel there is a rush of blood going through your heart and you feel that pain instantly, then you need to go back and check what is your energy cycle right now. Okay, hot flushes, some people have flu-like symptoms, that you're feeling like flu, but it's not exactly flu. So, a particular hour of the day, you will feel that you are low, you are feeling like having a flu, and then you suddenly get up. So typically we see this with children. When they want to miss school next day, when there is exam or when there is something important which they are not prepared about, or when they feel that fear of, facing that situation, they'll start telling, Mom, I'm feeling feverish. Right? They want to avoid that situation. And the moment next day happens, they have missed their school, they are all fit and fine. Right? Because they went into such energy pattern that dripped down their energy completely. Wherein by they started feeling weak and they started creating that thing of, fever in them. Right? As I said, everything is thought, behavior, and action. So our energies are getting created because of that. So they started thinking that how possibly can I miss this situation? How possibly can I miss this school activity, for which they went into very, very low vibrational zone with a very low energy cycle. and they started telling that either my stomach is paining or I'm feeling feverish, I don't wish to go to school. And then we buy them, right? We buy their points and we feel okay, it's okay, miss the school. So that memory loss again is one side of your energy cycle. If you're constantly having, your memory is constantly getting loss, then again you need to check with your energy cycles. Now this is all when your energy cycle is going low. But what when your energy cycle is rising? So it could be both ways, right? It could even go down, like we discussed right now, but your energy could even go up. Now, when your energy starts elevating, it starts creating. It is in a zone where it is starting to become potent. Then what happens? Then what shift do you feel? So in that case, when you are growing in your energy, positivity, and your energy is growing, you will start, seeing another kind of shift. So what would that be? That would be your babies or animals would start coming closer to you, would start getting attracting to you. So if you're going in a lift and, there is a baby, the baby will give you a big smile suddenly out of nowhere. They don't know you. They have never seen you, but they will give you a big smile. They would want to come in your lab. They would want you to pick them up. You'll see animals, they will come rushing to you. They would want you to pet them because everybody needs that good energy. Everybody needs that potent energy. We all are surviving because of that energy. And there are higher masters between us who keep sharing out and who keep giving out this energy to us so that the balance is also maintained. And also we all, after going back, also we come back to that potent energy. So this would happen. You'll start seeing angel numbers. You'll start having a lot of synchronicities in your life. I thought of this friend and suddenly she called me up. Or I wanted to visit this place and suddenly I see the ad of this place on my desktop. Or, somebody's discussing about this place suddenly in my office when, I was planning just in my mind that on vacation, I think I will go here. So these kind of small incidents start happening. And these are worthwhile to make a note of, because then you know that you are vibrating at an energy level where you can create a lot of things for yourself, right? So these would be different to way. Also seeing dreams, vivid dreams. If you start seeing dreams and all of that, wherein by you can clearly remember characters of the dream, the places that you have seen in the dream, or you remember the setup situation where after you are awake also, when you can remember all of that, means you're vibrating at a higher frequency. Otherwise, we are in such deep sleep that we don't remember our dreams. We know that we have seen some dream, but we cannot narrate the whole dream to somebody else the next day. But when we start remembering our dreams, when we start knowing that we have seen something, or we start deriving some messages from those dreams, we clearly hear some words in the dreams, or we clearly, feel a feeling in that dream that, okay, this is what is going to happen, or this is what is happening in the dream. Maybe it's not maybe futuristic, but you can feel those emotions at a very high level. Then also means your energy cycles have been shifted, right? That's a good note to make so that you can start creating or manifesting your desires in that energy cycle. Because everything that we do is to increase our energy patterns and to that is also taking our energy. What we are speaking is also okay. Can everybody see and hear me now? So
Yeah.
all our five senses are taking our energy, right? We are consuming our energy through all these five senses. So that would be our seeing, our eating, hearing, the spirit that we have, that the activities that we are doing, exercising, walking, all of this. So every time our energy is only outward, right? What are we doing to bring the energy inward to us? So these are all outward activities where we are using our energy and our energy is going out, right? These activities are not bringing back our energy back to us. So what are those activities which can bring back that energy to us? Because we need more of the energy, right? The more important, the more we are in a zone of creating. The more we are in zone of creating, the more we can get out of life, right? So these all are expenditure of energy that we are talking about. How do we earn the energy, or how do we conserve the energy, or how do we get the energy? So meditation is a part where we can bring back this energy to us. What we are building on the connection with our inner self, inner body, inner world. We have stopped focusing on the outside, right? Everything outside is taking away our energy. We are just draining our energy over there. But when we come back to ourselves, when we close our eyes, when we get into meditation, we are trying to bring back that energy within us. So when we start meditating, slowly, that energy which is now focused outside, energy which is completely used outside, starts coming back, starts gathering, starts coming back and getting reserved in our doing things around. And this person and very ethic, and this person is doing everything meticulously fast. They are very good at it. So the idea is not being energetic for ever and having extra energy all by yourself. The idea is managing that energy in such a way that for few. Can you see and hear me now, Philomena?
Pooja, your voice is breaking, so maybe if you can.
Okay. So idea is to reserve and conserve our energy in such patterns that for less number of hours we are able to achieve more, right? Reduce and having 10 hours to ourselves ideally should be. So you have seen the meditation yogis and babas and all of that. They are full time into meditation. They are full time into reserving those energies of theirs. And then when they are active for those 2 hours, 3 hours, or 4 hours of their day, they finish off everything very quickly and fast. But what we do, like generally public, what we do is we'll do maybe 30 minutes of meditation, 25 minutes of meditation or something like that, some activity which brings us back to energy cycles, revives our energy. And then we'll go back, start slogging for another 10 hours. It. But when we talk about spirituality, when we talk about energy conversation, conserving our energy or, reserving it, we talk about collect it for moments and then you're done. Okay. What are the benefits of having this energy reserved? You will stay younger, your body parts, your mental things are not getting channelized and not moving across everywhere the whole time. I'll keep my video off, Shabana. That's what you suggest.
Yeah, if you want to share some slides, that
So,
can be better, or you can share, because voice was breaking. I think without video it would be better.
okay, so I'll keep the video off, right? Okay. Yeah. So that would help us to nourish ourselves from inside, to make our life long, keep looking younger for a longer time because we are saving that energy. Otherwise, we are living outward in the outward world, and where outwardly we are just using our energy. We are not bringing it back. So, getting our energy, making our energy stay will also help us keep our body clean and maintained from inside. What I say by clean and maintained from inside, the chakras or our inner body alignment would always be active because we are doing inward activities more than what we are doing outward activities, right? Also, uh, things like food, yoga, intermittent fasting, all these also help to bring back your energy. Why? Because if we are eating food which is nourishing in the sense which is live food. Live food is something like your sprouts, your those greens that we are getting. Those are all live food. And why we call them live food? Because they still have high potential energy in them right now. Because they are still in sprouts start growing from day 2 or day 3, and if you continue, they will grow, right? They will become a whole plant. So they are still growing. They have that growing energy in them. So when you consume that, obviously you're going to feel more energetic because direct source of energy is coming into you. That's why these days sprouts or eating those greens, radish greens, or flowers, flower greens and things like that is so much in vogue and fashion because everybody wants to eat that and be on high energy levels. So those kind of food will directly impact your energy patterns and give you instant energy because they are alive food, uh, food. So eating those live plants like green leafy vegetables, which are just freshly bought and freshly eat, that will increase your this thing. Intermittent fasting, why so many yogis are talking about it? Again, when you are doing intermittent fasting, your cycle of food consumption and digestion is slower, right? You are just doing in a pattern. You are not continuously eating something or other and filling up your stomach, wherein by your energy is again digressed into a pattern where you're just going to eat twice a day or maybe one meal a day, and the rest of the time your digestive system is conserving that energy for something else, right? So that's why every religious belief has some days of fasting in them. They promote fasting in that sense. So that's how fasting helps us because it reserves our energy to do something better or do something which is more necessary for us rather than just digesting the food. So we can save our energy from there and we can use that energy for our manifestations or creations or whatever. So these are the things. Also, how do we get energy from other than this? So sunlight is a great source of energy. So typically why sons or these people who are highly enlightened get up early in the morning and they are chanting and they are meditating under the tree in the morning hours, because sunlight is another form where you can get that energy which is alive and potent energy which we can have within ourselves to create more stuff for us. So that would be there. Then also movements like the gentle movements, not the harsh movements, but the gentle movements like tai chi, dance movements. These also create an energy cycle, like especially Tai Chi and Qigong. They create an energy cycle around you. Okay, the movements that are there in Tai Chi and all, they also take the energy and they also push back the negative energy from you. So as a practice, that's a very good practice that people can take up to manage their energies. So that is there. Again, water. Water is a very basic thing. Everybody keeps telling us water, but water has an energy in us, within it, right? Its composition is made from energy. The more water you drink, the more energy you'll clear up. Water is more to clear up your energy rather than having energy. So if you have some stagnant old energies residing in you which are not able to even come out, or which are not you are not able to push them out in some way, drinking water for 3 days continuously from the regular intake that you take, just increase it by 10 or 20% your intake and try to flush out all those energies. So water is one good way. Sound and music, of course, that's why sound healing is again getting so popular, because sound again steers up your energy cycle. It gets you in connection with that frequency that is needed for healing or for manifesting or for even calming down yourself, or getting you in alignment of the energy, the different frequency of energy. So music, we have heard now, has different frequency, and we can play meditations or music at those frequencies. So sound healing is also again coming up big time now because of this reason. Because again, sound healing is one way that you can attract and get that energy, and you can reserve it with within you, because you are creating that energy freshly made, right? Instead of giving it out, you are again getting that energy. So these are few things that you can do. Of course, being in nature is one thing that will help you always, because nature is something which is having all of this universal energy stored, whether it's sand, whether it's soil, whether it is green trees. So all of this will obviously bring back that energy cycle in you, because everything has energy around us. We are not exclusive, but we are using the energy the maximum, because we are physical, emotional, and we are using the maximum. They're also having seasons to use their energy, right? So like trees wouldn't have, all trees wouldn't have fruits all around the year. They would have seasonal bearings. Similarly, animals also, they have their own seasons of mating and having kids and all of that. But for humans, we did not follow the pattern of seasons, and we are still pushing our thresholds of this seasonal calendar, or things like that. We want everything every time, right? And we are pushing our limits, and that's why this energy imbalance is being created, because we are not following the natural path which was being assigned to us. We are moving away from that, in terms of, in name of convenience, in name of options, in name of being more resourceful. We are reaching out everywhere, getting everything, doing everything under the sun at all time zones, right? So that's the reason the energy cycle is being disturbed now. And so that's the reason we are falling ill. We are having a lot more ailments. We are having a lot more emotional imbalances. We are seeing the world going through a phase where we all are not 100%. We all are like dipping down in the, going through that rabbit hole only because of this reason. So these would be activities. These would be things to get you back into energy cycles. And now I would like to end with a small clearing prayer, which would clear our energy cycle for us. And we can begin our journey with this prayer. And if you can remember this, it would be great. If not, then in your own words or in your own way, try doing this every day for at least next 15 to 20 days, where you can possibly feel the shift of the energy from within, and try to restore back the new found and the new positive energy that you're going to create with multiple activities that I have now suggested you. Right? So can we do that? Can we start with the prayer?
Yeah.
Okay. So I would request everyone to close their eyes and invite you to be with me in this prayer. This is a cleansing prayer. So we'll just take one deep breath and just release everything out. And you may repeat the words with me in your mind. May I release all the energies that are less than love. May I release all the energies that are less than love. Help free my mind and body of all that no longer serves me. Help free my mind and body of I anchor into myself and the present. I clear, I clear, I clear. And so it is. Okay. As and when you are ready, you may open your eyes and come back. Anyone would like to ask any questions?